It's a pleasure to have you join me on this virtual journey. Welcome. Hello, YouTube friends. Join us as we unravel the mysteries surrounding Cartesian fibration. In mathematics, especially homotopy theory, a Cartesian fibration is, roughly, a map so that every lift exists that is a final object among all lifts. For example, the forgetful functor, QCoh Sch from the category of pairs X, F of schemes and quasi-coherent sheaves on them is a Cartesian fibration C. In fact, the Grothendieck construction says all Cartesian fibrations are of this type, i.e., they simply forget extra data. See also, fibred category, prestack. The dual of a Cartesian fibration is called an op-fibration, in particular, not a cocartesian fibration. A right fibration between simplicial sets is an example of a Cartesian fibration. In this section, we'll be peeling back the layers of definition to reveal its true essence. Given a functor, Cs, a morphism f, x, y in Celsius is called Cartesian or simply Cartesian if the natural map f, hom z, x hom z, y homs, I homs, x is bijective. Explicitly, thus, f, x, y is Cartesian if giving z, y and u, x. Without view, there exists a unique g, zx in such that fgg, then is called a Cartesian fibration if for each morphism of the form f, s in S, there exists a Cartesian morphism g, a z in Celsius such that ab f here, the object is unique up to unique isomorphisms. If bz is another lift, there is a unique bia, which is shown to be an isomorphism. Because of this, the object is often thought of as the pullback of z and is sometimes even denoted as s. Also, somehow informally, g is said to be a final object among all lifts of f, a morphism between Cartesian fibrations over the same base south is a map functor over the base, i.e. that sends Cartesian morphisms to Cartesian morphisms. Given a two-morphism is an invertible map equal natural transformation such that for each object east in the source of ii maps to the identity map of the object ii under. This way, all the Cartesian fibrations over the fixed base category south determine the one category denoted by cart S. Let's now shift gears and explore basic example through a critical lens, uncovering its strengths and weaknesses. Let QCoh be the category where an object is a pair X, F of a scheme X and a quasi-coherent sheaf Fahrenheit on it. A morphism Chauvelin X, Ferto Y, G consists of a morphism F, X, Y of schemes and a sheaf homomorphism of Rphi F, F governors into F on X. The composition Chauvelin Chauvelin of Chauvelin Y Goto Z, H and above Chauvelin is the unique morphism Chauvelin such that HGF and H is idioxymic FG hoverset Varphi Goto Fergoverset Varphi Ferto F. To see the forgetful map. QCoh Sch is a Cartesian fibration. Let F, Xe, GB in QCoh. Take I overline f equal Varphi F, X. Ferto Y, G with F ferg and F id. We claim Chauvelin is Cartesian. Given Chauvelin, Z, Herto Y, G and H, Zx with G F H, if H exists such that Chauvelin circovelin, then we have G is a circ H xymic H Fg equal H favosit Varphi Herto H, so the required Chauvelin trivially exists and is untrue. Note some authors consider K, the core of QCoh instead. In that case, the forgetful map restricted to it is also a Cartesian fibration. Let's zoom in on Grothendieck construction and understand its implications. Given a category S, the Grothendieck construction gives an equivalence of categories between cart S and the category of prestacks on south. Prestacks equal category valued presheaves. Roughly, the construction goes as follows. Given a Cartesian fibration, we let f sop cat be the map that sends each object x in south to the fiber x. So, f is a cat-valued presheaf or a prestack. Conversely, given a prestack f, define the category CF where an object is a pair x, or with a fax and then let be the forgetful functor to south. Then these two assignments give the claimed equivalence. For example, if the construction is applied to the forgetful, QCoh Sch, then we get the map X cohax that sends a skim X to the category of quasi-coherent sheaves on X. Conversely, is determined by such a map. Lurie's straightening theorem generalized the above equivalence to the equivalence between the category of Cartesian fibrations over some category Celsius and the category of prestacks on C. I love interacting with my viewers, so leave me a comment and I'll do my best to respond.